one and all. Thank you very much for having me today. At the outset, I must thank Professor Ramteke sir, Professor Zope sir, and the entire team of SSBT College for giving me this opportunity to interact you in this particular faculty development program. And I hope that like last 3 days you have got lot many things related to data analytics and data processing as such. And you might have like you have exposed with some of the tools and techniques related to data analytics with special interest to pattern recognition also. Uh, this is really very good opportunity. I think Bipul is also here. Bipul was once like in last week, in last month, I mean in February, Bipul was here at our university for conducting some of the programs. So I think by looking at his name into the table, I find that like you have really got very good resources for this particular program. So I must congratulate all the team member of SSBT College for arranging this particular program. Okay, now the topic which is given to me is about pattern recognition, and that is with the special context of image and video processing. So I have added this entire discussion, or I have divided this entire discussion into three segments. One is like I'm going to put forward some of the interesting areas so that you can work with. You can start doing work into image processing and pattern recognition in this particular area. I'll let you know about the opportunities also which are available, and the most interestingly, uh, the tools that you can think of whenever you are going for pattern recognition. Uh, as a case means that those tools you can use for all sort of pattern recognition, like it is irrespective of kind of data which you are dealing with. Okay, but they are the tools that are available in onto open source platform, and you can take the use of those open source platform for development of your applications as such. Okay, so let us start this business. Okay, in the meantime, I expect there is one expectation from the participant side, like this interaction should not be one-way interaction. I intentionally kept my slides very minimum, and there is not much text which is available onto the slides. So if required, the slides can be shared with the organizers, and the organizer, you can get those slides from the organizer, or you can mail me. I can share the slides from my side also. If you wish that these slides gives you some inputs on the areas of image and video processing there. So in the meantime, while during the course of discussion, I would like to see the chat window so that I can take some of the questions from your chat window, and will interact with you on that particular aspects. Okay, so then let's start the business. Uh, uh, let us start the opening of this particular session, which is on pattern recognition, particularly based on image data, video data. So we have to understand the data, right? And the term data reminds me the story of six blinds and big elephant. So six blinds and big elephant. So big elephant is data to you, right? And all we are like a blind person, right? And everyone is looking at the data in their own perception. Okay, so you have to find the data. The once you got the data, you have to work on that data in order to produce a meaningful information. There is lot many different misconceptions that are there. Like, okay, data means like whenever you are dealing with data, data means like the things which can be represented into a tabular fashion or likewise. Okay, but like, but it becomes little complicated when you come across with the terms like image and video. But like image and video, they like it is again a two-dimensional matrix, or you can say two-dimensional matrix with respect to the time frame you can think of. So it is a data only. So data comes into variety of forms, and you have to apply a mechanism to process that particular data and generate meaning out of it. So for us, the data is everywhere, and everyone has to go to that particular data, uh, inspect that data, and generate with certain inference so that you can lead it forward. Okay, with this particular data, there are certain technology trends that are coming into the market right now. They are in 2020. The latest technology trends includes like most of you have gone through are looking forward for career into artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotic process automation, that is RPA, edge computing. You can think of virtual reality and augmented reality, cyber security, blockchains, Internet of Things, and lot. These are the recent technology trends that are available with respect to the data, and they all are based on the data only. So we have to look with the data. Now, if in fact, whenever we are growing up with the data, we have to understand like how it is being generated. And I'm not going to give you a whole like how the data is being generated from like since we started with doing with the computers, right? So, but the industry, if you look at last 20 years of time frame, you'll find that we have shifted from a personal computer to a cloud environment, and lot many data is being generated. Uh, if you look at our third digital revolution, that third digital revolution started in 1950s to 1970s. Later in 1990s to 1990s to 2000, we have been introduced to personal computing. Then we have got internet. Google came into existence in 1998. Then the entire system, the trend has been shifted. Now Google is not only the searching company, but it becomes a data analytics company too. And it rised up in a very great scale in 2000 to 2010. In that particular last 10 years, mobile computers and the generation of the data from mobile computers uh, to the digital space has become like very extensive, and in present situation, that means in last 10 years, 2010 to 2020, we have come across with lot many social sites, and we are putting the data onto those. So we have got a huge amount of data, and the now the scientists, the researchers like you and me, we are working to process this particular data, which is available onto the various platforms, and predict and derive certain meaning out of it, right? So lot many opportunities are available for us to proceed with. Okay. In order to look at this and keeping our discussion intact with image processing, the most potential area wherein you can go ahead with doing your research, which includes medical imaging and biomedical image processing. This is the area where you can put more effort. So the people those are interested in particularly image processing, for them biomedical image processing and image processing is happening area, right? And lot many opportunities are available, specifically into instrumentation of non-invasive medical instrumentation. Like right now we have come up with uh, in this tough time of COVID, we have come up with SpO2 monitors, right? SpO2 monitor, which monitors our, or which helps us to determine what is our oxygen level at this present of time. So there are certain wearable devices also you can think of, which can give you a lot many insights that are required for medical image analysis, medical imaging particularly, and likewise. Then you can think of going for optical imaging also, particularly for MRI scanning, X-ray imaging, ultrasound imaging, positron emission tomography, PET imaging, CT scan imaging, then optical coherence tomography, OCT. These are the areas where lot many work can be done, right? In short, like you can work with these areas with your special interest, and you can proceed with. In this tough time of COVID-19, one company which is present in Nashik has come up with very interesting issue of like scanning the lungs, having an X-ray image of lungs, and identifying the penetration of COVIDs, right? So it is like, see, the people are investing their time just to understand that can we reduce the cost of testing, right? So they have invested their time in reducing the cost of testing, and testing cost has been substantially reduced by just looking at the X-rays of the chest, particularly to the lungs. So image processing, pattern recognition, and artificial intelligence has played a very crucial role here in this tough time of the COVID for determination of infections. Okay, so people have come up with that sort of issues also. That is again very impressive. You can use thermal imaging to understand, like, okay, whether you have some sort of a mucus development into your nose, and likewise. So means likewise, like if someone is suffering from cough and cold particularly, so the temperature varies, so you can understand like what is the temperature level of the throat, what is the temperature level of this nose area, and likewise you can identify. So non-invasively also you can develop some solutions. So image processing has very large potential impacts on development of the cutting edge technologies, so which you can take it forward. So biomedical and in medical image processing is one such area which you can look forward. Next area is next potential areas where you need pattern recognition, particularly as it was required into medical and biomedical image processing. It is required into natural language processing also. Recently, you might have come across with the technology of chatbots. So chatbot is also a very good example of natural language processing which you can take forward. Means like previously there was a concept of call center, and you call to a call center, and call center will address to your queries. Rather investing a money into people thought that can we have an automated process which takes certain inputs from the customer side, and understand those inputs, and give them faster solutions. So on that particular note, chatbots were developed, and it is being particularly very well appreciated and received from within the industry, which is based on natural language processing concept. And recently, like you might have like apart from this chatbot, you might have experienced this uh, concept, this particular natural language processing and its understanding application in whenever you are using your Gmail. So Gmail has implemented auto suggestion mechanism while drafting your emails. So which has very well appreciated by the people, and which reduces the time of composing email. So this is a fantastic example of natural language processing where you have implemented auto suggestion, right? So, and which has improved the drafting speed of a mail. So this is really very important, and this is again a very good example of pattern recognition, machine learning, and AI. Another example which you can take it as, if you include image processing and natural processing all together, then you can easily go ahead with the transliteration of the contents. So means what? Like right now, OCR has come up with a very good accuracy, right? And people have put their time towards development of such optical recognition technology, and you can proceed with that. So such kind of technology which is available, readily available onto your computer, that is Microsoft OneNote. You can use Microsoft OneNote, get one stylus and start writing online. So it will again automatically get converted into English text. Okay, so it is available for English right now, but like if you can go, you have a stylus and you wanted to convert the strokes into uh, actual character, and the character, like if you are start writing a Marathi using a stylus and you wanted to convert it into a Marathi text, so you can go ahead with that. So optical character recognition, OCR in online and offline, uh, will definitely help you in doing the better applications. I think Dr. Rakesh Ramteke has provided some details onto OCR's optical character recognition. So this is one thing which you can take forward and you can look up ahead into this particular section. Similarly, there are historical scripts; those are available. One of my student has taken the work towards Modi characters, and he has got a very fantastic results on the optical character recognition of Modi characters and its segmentation, and likewise one case study I have included into this particular presentation, which we can discuss. So historical document processing also is very important area, challenging area rather, because those historical documents are not at all structured documents. Now, by structured document, I mean like if you have a rule book with you and rule book, and there are lines and you are writing your content onto a lines, so it is like that. But if you look at the whole old historical documents, there is no such formatted space available wherein you can write. So that is really very challenging. So you have to look forward for that also. So historical document image processing and its restoration, in particularly in the context of Modi and Pali, is well appreciated by the community, and they are required. As I mentioned, like transliteration services are really very helpful if you are going with this image processing and pattern recognition. As I said, like you have some content and you wanted to transliterate. Just having optical character recognition will never suffice. You need to transliterate it into a proper way. So Marathi to English, English to Marathi, whatever the content that you have generated. So transliteration services plays an important role. Just take an example, right? Say you have a Modi content and you scan the Modi content and you want that Modi content to be translated into Marathi. Can it not be possible? Yes, it can be possible. Right. The only thing is that you need to write, you need one part, one segment as image processing segment, which works onto Modi images, and which will convert Modi images into characters, and that characters then using natural language processing, we can convert it into uh, uh, appropriate Marathi text. So that also can be done. Okay, so transliteration services play a very important role in this particular area. Next is like speech processing, right? So natural language processing and speech processing goes together. So if you look at the classification mechanism, right? Like say you like take a case, simple case, Alexa. Alexa at the same time, Apple Siri you can take, or Google Assistant you can take. Uh, that you can take and there is no comparison like which one is better, like Alexa is better or Google Assistant is better. See, the interesting time is like what is the response time that you are going to get. In both the cases, I have included one case study in this particular presentation itself, where whatever the work that we have done into a dependent and independent form, speaker dependent and speaker independent that we have worked. If you look at Alexa and Google Assistant or Siri, they are speaker independent. So they work this, and more interestingly, they are cloud-based services, right? Cloud-based services. You just look at the time response time, like you say that Alexa start this or Alexa play this song. So it is like it is converting, or you say, hey Google, call Praveen. So in this case, like it is automatically converting it. So means how it is being passed, that you need to understand that speech signal is being considered, is being acquired, is being read, pushed onto a cloud. Cloud does its feature extraction, feature classification, and at the same time, the time it gets classified, it is reverting back with the text also. So means speech data gets converted into a text data, and the text data is being submitted for Google for searching purpose. Audio notes are not directly being provided for search purpose. The text is being converted and text is being provided. So like if you look at this, this is really very important. But like if you take this mechanism in terms of English, it works well. But what about regionals? So regional languages are playing very crucial role, uh, and uh, you have to work on to a regional segments also, right? Like for example, particularly in the region of Jalgaon, North Maharashtra region, there is one language called Irani, right? So which don't have a transcript, but it is being widely accepted, widely used in that particular region. So you can think of developing a application for Irani language also, right? So means can we do that? So we can do that. So basically, if you look at natural language processing mechanism, it works with tokenization, text classification, natural language generation, information retrieval, and its understanding also. These are some specific areas where you can think of as a matter of fact, where you need pattern recognition concepts also. So after natural language processing, this is the area in which I am working particularly. If you look at this, this gives you a lot many opportunities. If you look at here, it starts with providing an intelligence to machines, right? So and that intelligence based on the cameras, particularly cameras and the knowledge base that you have developed, and the learning which you have provided to the system. So this is the case. So the one of good example which you can come up with is like as far as understanding of uh, computer vision is a case. So you can look at driverless cars as one of the example, right? And there are so many, like there are different companies altogether that are coming into this driverless. One of the best example is like Google car, or you can take a car by Tesla. Okay, so all the way this work started with analyzing the lens, particularly road lens, right? And based on that road lens, then there are certain sensors are being integrated. Sensors are like lidar sensors are being integrated, and 360-degree of convergence have been done, and you are identifying that okay, what sort of obstacle and who are running with it, running with your car, and how car is driving is being safe, right? So driverless cars has come up with the uh, good choice, and there is one company, um, Expert Global, in Aurangabad, which is again working into driverless cars, right? One of its co-vendors working into driverless cars. Okay, then Google Lens is one of the very good example of computer vision. Like say for example, if like I am just putting a thread in front of you, so you can use that particular thread for developing an application. At least you can think of how it can be designed. Okay, so just look at like there is a blind person, and you are giving certain object to a blind person, and that person has to identify what exactly that object is. Can we devise an assistive technology for that particular blind person? Right. If, for example, you have given him a chocolate, and he has to decide, like he has to understand which chocolate is being given. So can he be use a smartphone in determining that which chocolate is being given to me? So in that case, like, okay, Google Assistant works with the speech, like, so I can start, hey Google, start camera, take picture, and tell me, oh, hey Google, start camera, open lens, get the picture, and tell me what exactly it is. So it is like that. So you have passed a query, image is being acquired, and it is saying that, oh, this is dairy milk. Okay, so see, the life could be very easy for those who are not having an access with the technologies. Okay, so like you can integrate such kind of mechanisms to go ahead. So Google Lens will give you an example. Like Google Lens will allow you to search for the content which is being given. And this object search, image search example is being implemented into Google Lens, which can further be modified with the way I have just given as an input. One of my MPhil student is working into this particular area, and hopefully we will be coming with some good results onto this. Okay, so then there is a robotic vision, pattern recognition, person authentication, and likewise. So if you look at people, if you look at the graph, it is like lot many opportunities are also available into computer vision, like say people recognition, uh, particularly onto the airports and those surveillance stations you can think of. You need to understand, like, okay, at the immigration checkpoints particularly, who is this? Like, just an imagine, like we wanted to go for automatic attendance into this tough time of COVID. So can we not install one camera at the door of the institute or at the gate of the institute, and that camera marks the attendance of that particular person, so non-invasively. So you need not to sign anywhere, right? The person just get through the cameras, and it is all automatically registered. So it is like that. You can look at the safety alert mechanism also. License plate recognition is really very interesting area of image processing. Particularly right now, the government of Maharashtra has come up with defined a way of writing numbers onto a number plate, but previously it was not a case. There are very fancy number plates can be seen, right, in different languages. So instead of doing this, like, can we go for license plate recognition? One example, so which can expedite recognition of the numbers at the toll plaza, particularly. So license plate recognition is one of the example. Virtual reality, augmented reality is one of the example. You might have come across with one recent video which is made viral onto WhatsApp social networking, that is of IIT Madras, where the e-convocation has happened, right? So, and which is the best example of augmented reality and virtual reality. You can look at this. Then event analysis, like yes, that is good. That one of the participant has made a chatbot using augmented reality and virtual reality. I appreciate that. So post-event analysis also is very good application areas where you can work. Crowd counting, camera tracking, incident detection, wide spectrum imagery. Then you can think of object detections, particularly abundant object detection is an area where you can go ahead. Then area of video indexing, like can we index a particular video based on the content? Like say one of my PhD award student is working with the Manotra Technologies, Manotra Tech Lab, where he is involved into the indexing of the videos as well as the grading of videos. Like, okay, in which grade it is, like say, is it a horror, is it a comedy, or is it likewise? So video indexing can be done. You can think of traffic monitoring. You can widely use this particular image processing and computer vision technology into sports, particularly into football. You can take basketball, you can take hockey, you can take just for game analysis. It can be done. Um, you can also use it for suspicious behavior and many more. So these are some potential areas, particularly into medical imaging, then natural language processing, and then computer vision and robotics. Next, which is allied area, and being very well appreciated by the industry and by the, so which is being composed by remote sensing and GR are being used here for the work. So particularly, one of my friend is working on the Chandrayaan project, and Chandrayaan project, that is ISRO project. So his name is Professor Shafi. So he worked on Chandrayaan project, particularly remote sensing kind of work. So so it is like where you can go for land use, land cover, you can go for road network analysis, you can think of like in which area the city is being expanded, city expansion you can go. Oceanographic studies also you can go. If suppose oil spill has happened, then okay, can we understand the area of oil spill analysis, right? Spanning of oil spills. Likewise, then we can think of you may think of agriculture, particularly crop analysis and all that. Uh, Geomapping is one of the area. Identification of potential fish zone, PFZ. That is one area where you can use remote processing, remote sensing and all that. Forecasting you have use. Use of geographical GIS technology using pattern recognition will help you to understand the identification for location of ATMs, right? Okay, where the traffic is mostly available, mostly crowded, and can we locate some ATM places there? So that is for market studies can be there. You can go for geotagging, you can go for town planning and all that. One of our student has developed a containment zone mechanism using remote sensing and GIS, particularly for BMC Mumbai. So one of our department student has contributed there. He's working with Google startup. So, and he is particularly working with remote sensing and GIS in order to convert Mumbai zone into a containment zone in this particular tough time of COVID. So lot many applications are there which you can take it forward. Okay, so in these last couple of slides, what we have seen is the potential application which you can work, and these potential applications are being developed all around the data only. So means like data is everywhere. Let's come back to the first slide, that data is everywhere and everybody is looking after that particular data as per the expertise. So based on the expertise, you are trying to understand that particular data, right? So, and everywhere the pattern recognition comes as a center point, and you have to work with the pattern recognition. We just have 1.5 hours, and within 1.5 hours I cannot tell you the entire core of the pattern recognition, but I thought to give you some of the potential areas where pattern recognitions are applied. So these are certain potential areas into 4 different areas. Particularly, first is biomedical and medical image processing, then natural language processing, then computer vision and robotics, and fourth is remote sensing and GIS. So in these 4 areas, your pattern recognition, machine learning are going to work. So let me see the chat window first. If you have any questions into this chat window, I can have. So which one is better, Alexa or Google? That I have already addressed. Okay. Okay. Fine. So still I wait for a minute and we'll see like if you have some questions for me before going to the next slide.